What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are here at the end of Warships Season 11. Season 12 on its way. Season 11 is done. This account only got to gold. A little bit of a sad trombone moment there for sure. The rewards are so incredibly useful, like 20 powder, all of those diamonds. I still do wish they would allow us to show some replays, but stick around. I saved a whole bunch of replays, recorded some stuff on my other account. That was where I spent most of my days, as Mr. Fresh Prince would say. That was totally unintended, but we went there anyways. Came 7th in the task force, not super duper great. As you can see here, 312 battles. A lot of those battles were just me rushing. All I used this entire season, towards the last 3/4 of it anyways, was Seekers. Obviously, we didn't have Seekers on day one. I was just using Seekers all the time against everyone, farming the rewards, and that was the easiest way for me. It was just super casual, super relaxed, didn't need instant training, just drop Seekers until you run out and then close Warships. That was me this season. Very, very casual, not pushing whatsoever. Especially not on this account. Now, there is a bit of a sneaky trick that I figured out, that other people figured out, that was passed along to me. I'm going to tell it to you later on in this video, so stick around for that. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say underhanded, but it's definitely sneaky. So this one I got to 6 engine rooms, decided not to go to 7. I can't show you my tech tree, but as you saw there, I've got 95 tokens left over. I just spent all my stuff towards the end, bought a whole bunch of crap that I didn't need, but overall this Warship season was pretty darn great. I'm going to pause, I'll come back, and I'm going to talk over a canned video, and we'll see how well that goes. Back in just a moment. Let's go like this. Okay, so this is my other account that I was playing fairly consistently, and as you can see, 21 diamond, extra 10 powder, extra, I think 250 diamonds. Those resources are so incredibly useful to me. And now, as you saw, I just completely and utterly picked up all the stuff and threw it into storage. I said I was going to make it the diamond with 4 engine rooms, or I was going to try, and I did manage to pull it off. Now I'm going to show you some replays, show you my tech tree, all that sort of stuff. I can't promise it's going to go well because, like I said, it's all replays and it's all me talking over a video, but we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you don't, please let me know. If you do, please let me know. As you can see up here, 427 unlocked tokens, 3 million upgrade tokens, so much loot that just did not get spent, but it was a challenge, and I really enjoyed that challenge of it. So this is what my base looked like. As you saw, this was just before I got to 21 on the diamond side. This is my base. It's not super strong, but towards the end I did start making some changes. My tech tree was completely and utterly maxed, except for things that didn't really matter, obviously, like Kavan there. Didn't use him since the very beginning, so he did not get maxed. Everything else completely and utterly maxed. Didn't unlock warriors, didn't unlock protectors because there was no point to either of them for me. Might have been fun to do some warrior hits, but I didn't go that road. Smokescreen. This was my #1 winning method. Level 1 smokescreen was a huge bonus. If I would have upgraded that, I don't think I would have made it to diamond. Just being able to use smoke but have it clear quickly was fantastic. Medkit I did not use. I don't think they worked on Seekers. They probably could have, but I just didn't. I'm pretty sure they didn't, but I never actually tested it. I didn't get Brick. Brick would have possibly been good, but I just didn't have time to rebuild and lose, so I stuck with what I knew. Riflemen, Grenadiers also didn't see a point whatsoever. Probably could have just done them to max my entire tech tree, but didn't go down that road. But as you see, my tech level, 2170, fairly high. And my win-loss, I had a big, huge losing streak, and it was a big, huge problem. But I managed to come back from that, thankfully. Hopefully the video comes through here. I've still got some encoding issues, but finally managed to win, draw, claw my way back. I was at 73 out of 80 a whole bunch of times. I was at 75 out of 80, just could not win that boss battle. As you can see here, I was just like, my bunch of my losses, I couldn't get their engine rooms. Bunch of their losses, they couldn't get my engine rooms. The Seeker strategy was very, very strong, and this was me using Bullet was incredibly, incredibly useful. Bullet and Shocks and Seekers was just so incredibly good. Any sort of clump base, Bullet was the MVP. As you saw there, I gotten rid of the grappler. I had a grappler for most of the season, but it just wasn't working whatsoever. So I switched to the Shock Blaster. That made a big difference for me. And now with Seekers, it was so live and die, but Bullet getting in behind was so useful. Just him sitting in that back corner grinding away engine rooms made a big difference. And on this one, I just screwed up. Like, it was just so often that I would get to this point where I had to have a win and I would force it and rush, and it just didn't work out whatsoever. So not super duper awesome, but I mean, these things happen. Bullet was the MVP by far, and just throwing smokes, getting him moving. And on this one, I just totally and utterly screwed up. As you saw, I was expecting all of my Seekers to go up high, and I just totally screwed up. Did not see that bottom engine room. And that was kind of how my season went. I would do incredibly well, and then I would just gap and make a dumb mistake. And I really did enjoy that part of the season, because with Seekers, you were all in. Every hand was just all in, throwing everything at the person's base. And I managed to get a couple wins where people just didn't attack me for whatever reason. Obviously, there was not win trading, or I don't know if they were trying to go down. It seemed like people were trying to go lower at some point in the season, or maybe they had connection issues, but got a little bit lucky for sure. And this is a standard attack for me. I finally figured out that dropping everything quickly and just getting Bullet out front was just so useful. You're probably sick and tired of me showing Seeker attacks at this point, but my times were pretty darn fantastic. And you might be noticing at this point that all of the battles that I'm getting here are against 4 engine rooms. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the way that I managed to get to Diamond was by only getting 4 engine room bases. It was that simple. Like, most of the opponents that you would get at this level were 4, 5, 6 engine room battles. Someone in our task force realized there's an easy way to only get 4 engine room bases. So that was the trick that I employed, the hack that I employed. Again, getting Bullet way out front, using Barrage to clear mines, not using Barrage to get engine rooms just made such a big difference. Getting all my critters running and then getting into the engine rooms. And at this point, I don't think any of you care about this attack. You're more like, well, how did you get only 4 engine rooms? I'll tell you in a second. It's a super simple trick that just takes advantage of how Supercell does matchmaking. It is not a glitch, it's not a hack, it's nothing nefarious or bad or evil. What the trick you do is, let's just I think this is where the video is heading. I think I'm going to show it right here, but again, I'm talking over replays, so it's sort of difficult. Come on, Zedmot, let's go. Show the people what they want. Let's show how to match with only your number of engine rooms. So here's what we do. We load up our troops, we get ready for the battle, and then we click battle. Come on, click it, Zed. Talking to myself here. Come on, Anon Moose. So I promise I'm going to show you here very soon. Again, me talking. This is why I don't talk over replays. I hate talking over replays. I like doing everything live. Obviously not an option once the warship season ends. We click battle. We count to 4. And then if you don't get a match, you click return. It's that simple. So how Supercell matchmaking works, and again, this is not documented. I don't have insider information. I don't have any sort of details. I just know based on observations. This is 100% observations and time spent. If you click battle and you don't get a battle in the first 6 seconds or so, it then moves you to the next engine room level, either up or down or 2 engine levels up. The bottom line is, if you don't get a match in that first 4, 5, 6 seconds, you're going to get matched outside your engine room tech levels. Bit of a video issue there towards the end as the video ended. I just wanted to basically make sure all of you were aware of that matchmaking. I don't know if it's called that a glitch or feature or however you want to describe it, sort of like a life hack. It was a complete pain in the butt. If you enjoy playing Warships, I don't recommend doing that. I will not be doing it ever again because it was painful. I would come in, I would search for a match 2, 3, 4 times, get nothing, put my device down, go back to work, and then come back in an hour or two. Not getting matches often, not getting players often. So if you think you're going to do that to get to Legendary or win Warship or something like that, you're not going to. All I managed to prove was that I was a better 4-engine room player than other 4-engine room players, if that makes any sense, which isn't a huge accomplishment. It did get me to Diamond, which was great, but I wouldn't recommend anyone doing it because it was painful and arduous and terrible, and it took a lot of time, and most of the time I wasn't playing. I was just clicking the battle button, which was not enjoyable whatsoever. So made it to the goal, but sad trombone. Won't do that ever again. Our dudes still have party hats. Anyways, looking forward to Warships Season 12. Every season of Warships has gotten better, in my opinion. They've got the tech tree down pat. They've got the new flooring models. They've got matchmaking fixed. They've got rid of all of those win trading and stuff like that. So kudos to Supercell. Really looking forward to Season 12, whether you're playing casually or you're pushing the leaderboards or whatever it might be. Warships has something for almost everyone. If you've never played, do consider picking it up for Season 12. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up. Otherwise, as always, I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.